I'm Kern Mundie, and I'm going to take you along as I move from a sketch to a painting.
I did the underpainting here in red because that's going to blend well with the blues and the greens. It'll make the greens darker and the blues more purpley when I get into those shades. So that is why it is red, mostly because it's a very bright, warm day. As far as my composition goes, there's the two parallel lines of there's the house here, and then there's a tree behind, and a telephone pole here, and everything's kind of going up the hill. So I wanted to kind of play with a diagonal here and two lines there. That's sort of my composition structure. Right now I'm just blocking in the big shapes.
I'm thinking about atmospheric perspective at this point, the yellower light near the horizon, moving into darker blues, and then now I'm scumbling in all of these garden colors, all of the grass and the plants, thinking about just the big shapes, big color masses, and values. Scumbling is holding the brush over the side, smearing in the paint aggressively. I'm using a hog's bristle brush. Thinking about sort of a general tree shape here. I'm not trying to get each leaf or all the details. I'm just going for some of the general shapes that give it that pine tree feeling. Thinking about light and dark. I've got the light on the one side and dark on the other. Now it's time to block in that red roof. Again, thinking about color masses. And then I'll come back in later with the value, the shade, the dark or the light. With these houses in the background, they're white, but they need to be a different color than the white of the house in the foreground. And so I have to make choices here, even though the houses in the background are very light white with a lot of brilliant sunshine, I'm going to make a decision to make them a different color so that the white on the house really pops. So I'm just pushing them back and changing their value so the front house, the red house, really pops. At this point, I'm starting to hone in on the painting. The shadows, the little dabs in the roof, highlights, adjusting edges. I'm still not getting precious or getting too detailed, but I'm just sort of nudging things closer to where they need to be. Uh, I was really sort of debating how much detail I needed to include here. You know, I want to go with hinting at what's there and not extreme fussiness. And so in the garden, I was thinking about, well, how much of the garden was full of red and white roses. You know, how much of that do I need to include? You can see here I'm moving the brush around using different sides of it, trying to get all the paint, but without mudding what's underneath. I'm just going in and hinting at the roses instead of making it sort of this field of polka dots. Just now it's these dabs and little bits of light or dark to get that sense of space in. Going in with a palette knife and putting in the power line, just these little hints Now it's time to sign it. Oh, even a bee likes my painting.